In a land far, far away, where magic flowed like rivers and every corner held a hint of enchantment, there lived a young girl named Ella. Orphaned at a tender age, Ella was raised by her cruel stepmother, Morgana, and her two equally unkind stepsisters, Drusilla and Anastasia. Despite their relentless cruelty, Ella remained kind-hearted and hopeful, drawing strength from the memories of her loving parents. Ella's home, a grand yet neglected mansion, was situated on the outskirts of the bustling kingdom of Ardenia. The kingdom was ruled by the wise and benevolent King Leopold, who had a deep appreciation for magic and often sought the counsel of the kingdom's esteemed sorcerers. One crisp autumn morning, while gathering firewood in the forest, Ella stumbled upon a peculiar scene. A small, mischievous-looking sorcerer, no taller than a child, was tangled in a snare trap. His pointy hat was askew, and his robes were covered in leaves. Seeing the little sorcerer in distress, Ella's compassionate nature took over. "Hold on, I'll get you out," Ella said, carefully untangling the trap. Once free, the sorcerer introduced himself as Finnegan, or Finn for short. Grateful for her kindness, Finn offered Ella a magical token as a thank you. It was a tiny, ornate box with intricate carvings of mystical creatures. "If you ever need my help, just open this box," Finn explained. "It will summon me, no matter where I am." Ella thanked Finn and tucked the box away, not thinking much of it. Little did she know that this chance encounter would soon change her life forever. Back at the mansion, Morgana was scheming. She had learned of a royal ball to be held in honor of Prince Edmund's return from his travels. The prince, beloved by the people, was known for his adventurous spirit and desire to explore the world beyond Ardenia. The ball was to be a grand affair, where the prince would choose a bride. Morgana, intent on securing a royal match for one of her daughters, forbade Ella from attending the ball. Instead, she assigned Ella an endless list of chores, ensuring she would be too exhausted to even think of going. As the night of the ball approached, Ella's spirit sank. She had always dreamed of seeing the royal palace and meeting the prince, but her stepmother's cruelty dashed those hopes. While cleaning the attic, Ella remembered the small magical box Finn had given her. With a glimmer of hope, she opened it. In a flash of light, Finn appeared. Ella explained her predicament, and Finn listened intently. With a smile, he declared, "This calls for a bit of magic." With a wave of his wand, Finn transformed Ella's tattered dress into a stunning gown of shimmering blue, adorned with sparkling crystals. Her worn-out shoes became elegant glass slippers, and her hair was swept up into a graceful chignon. "But how will I get to the ball?" Ella asked, marveling at her transformation. Finn chuckled and waved his wand again. In the courtyard, a pumpkin transformed into a gleaming carriage, and 4 mice became magnificent white horses. "Remember, Ella, the magic will only last until midnight. After that, everything will return to its original form." With a heart full of gratitude and excitement, Ella climbed into the carriage and set off for the palace. The ball was a spectacle of elegance and grandeur, with nobles and royals from across the kingdom in attendance. But none could compare to the radiant beauty of Ella as she entered the ballroom. Prince Edmund, captivated by Ella's grace and charm, asked her for a dance. As they twirled around the ballroom, they talked and laughed, discovering a deep connection that neither had ever felt before. Time seemed to stand still as they enjoyed each other's company. Meanwhile, Morgana and her daughters unaware of Ella's true identity, seethed with jealousy at the mysterious girl who had captured the prince's attention. As the clock struck midnight, Ella realized the time and, panicking, fled the ballroom. In her haste, she left behind one of her glass slippers. Prince Edmund, desperate to find her, picked up the slipper and vowed to find the girl who had stolen his heart. The next day, he and his guards set out across the kingdom, trying the slipper on every maiden they encountered. Back at the mansion, Morgana learned of the prince's search and locked Ella in the attic, determined that Drusilla or Anastasia would be the one to fit the slipper. As the prince's entourage approached their home, Finn reappeared, having sensed Ella's distress. Using his magic, Finn unlocked the attic door and led Ella to the prince. Morgana and her daughters watched in horror as Ella approached. When the slipper fit perfectly, Prince Edmund knew he had found his true love. With a joyous heart, Prince Edmund took Ella's hand and asked her to be his princess. Overwhelmed with happiness, Ella accepted. Ella and Prince Edmund were married in a grand ceremony, celebrated by the entire kingdom. Ella, with her kind heart and gentle spirit, became a beloved princess, bringing joy and compassion to all. Finn, ever the mischievous sorcerer, continued to visit Ella, offering his magical assistance whenever needed.